Yay! Everybody heard that. We're recording. No more mistakes like last time. I am so glad to be recording this and to be able to have something to post for you guys again, because there's a lot of people that are used to watching my old lives and stuff that are waiting for these videos. So first of all, thank you guys for coming, for you and for them, because these messages help other people as much as I hope that they are helping you guys. Okay, so before we get started, I do want to say a little bit about what I was starting to say when we started, and that is that there's a few people here tonight that were here the last Zoom group that I did, but Spirit made me forget to record, so that all of those people got another free ticket to come back again today, because that was my mistake. So welcome back to you guys. And there's a message in that for you guys from your loved ones, which is never say never. If you tell them what you want, they will line it up for you. How many of you walked away from that other reading? Because that was such a fun group, that last group. How many of you walked away from that going, that was fun, I want to do it again? Your loved ones heard you and they went, done, made it happen. And here we are. Bum, bum, bum. People are still coming in. So that's kind of what happened. So here we are. Do not ever underestimate the power of spirit. They line things up using synchronicity and alignment. And when you think it's an accident, I promise you it's not. Okay, so I've been overwhelmed with spirit tonight. I'm telling you. Sometimes they just take over my head, and it's hard to even explain how that overwhelms. But put it this way, I moved into this new house about a month ago, almost exactly a month ago. And when I moved in, it has this big tree in the front yard, and it's got all these leaves everywhere, and it's been driving me nuts for a month. But all of a sudden, an hour and a half before this group, this lady's husband's like, what the heck is this? This is, oh no, this can't be. You should be embarrassed. And I'm like, I just moved in. He's like, no excuses. He's like, get up, let's go. Oh, here it comes. I'm pretty sure it's this lady's husband. I'm pretty sure. So hold on. She's just coming in now because I want to save this part of the story for her. I'm pretty sure it's her husband. See, I can't even breathe. She's coming on. Rhonda, can you hear me? This is you have a husband on the other side? A gentleman? Okay, I'm glad you showed up here right now because I was just talking about you. I was just explaining that some of you are here because I forgot to record last time. And so and before we started this reading, there was a huge amount of spirit in my head, so loud that I couldn't even control my own thoughts. Now I have a question for you. Your husband's a little bossy and he doesn't like leaves in the yard. So I've lived here for about a month now, and that my yard's been overwhelmed with leaves this entire time. No big deal. It's bugged me a little bit, but it was no big deal. An hour and a half before this reading, this man shows up in my meditation and is telling me that this is not going to do. That's embarrassing. Get the rake out. Let's go. He's like behind me like this, going, let's go. Let's get this done. We'll get it done before we start. You got lots of time. Chop, chop. Like I'm telling you, it wouldn't stop until I went out in the garage, picked up the rake and got it done. Do you understand that energy around your husband? You got to take the mute off though, because I can't hear you. I'm not sure how you do that. I know how on my end you just press the space bar or.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, so he and his father had a landscaping business.
Shut up!
I never met his father, but prior to us being married, they had a landscaping business, so that totally makes sense.
I'm telling you, he's not gone. He's still here. And now I got goosebumps. And what I was just saying to these guys before you sat down, I'm sorry I'm saying it twice, but maybe somebody out there needs to hear it again, is that the last time we were here, it was such a beautiful group and we had so much fun, right? And when you guys all left and it wasn't recorded, I was so frustrated. But here's the thing. The whole message behind that last group, Spirit was saying, ask for what you need and I will send it, right? Yes. So how many of you left that last group and went, wow, that was so fun, I want to do it again?
Right.
So he's like, done. I made her forget to record, so now y'all get a free ticket. We're doing it
And he
again.
always messes with electronics. When he was dying, he was wanting to watch the UFC fights. And I literally was trying like 20 times to load that thing on my computer. And I wanted to be by his side, but I had to be messing with the computer. And he's like, nope, nope, get that going.
Well, this is what I love about what I do. And this is a perfect example of what it's like to be psychic and to be a medium is that I do a special sage and blessing and a little meditation before every group. And I mean, I don't know your husband. I can't make that kind of stuff up. Do you know what I mean?
Right,
The
for
fact
sure.
that you can ask my daughter. My yard is done. There's no leaves in it. I got my butt kicked by him. He was even telling me to clean off the rake. Like the whole time, he was just telling me to get it done. It won't take no time. Like he was on me. Let me tell you.
That's awesome.
He just said in my head, if only she could hear me that clear, this would be way
I
more
know.
fun.
I wish I could.
All right, I'm starting with you because this is a huge present for you. He just gave you a
Oh,
ring. This feels like a gift for, is it a birthday anniversary? What is this?
well, our anniversary is coming up soon, as far as the one that we always said was our anniversary. Not our actual wedding anniversary, because we didn't know what our anniversary was. We started dating like in October, but so we said in January was going to be our anniversary. But before he passed, we just got married. So our anniversary was every single month because we knew we weren't going to be together that long because we knew he was dying. So,
But what I like about this is you started dating in October, and we just passed October, and he's showing me
yeah.
the rose, which is birthday anniversary, and he's saying this is a gift for you to let you know that he's still celebrating that anniversary of when you
Oh,
guys
yeah,
met, and he's not gone. I'm telling you right now, the big message behind this for all of you is ask for what you want, and they will line it up for you.
for sure.
Is your mom on the other side? He's got the mother figure there with him.
His mom is on the other side.
Because he said, let her know mom's here as well. And this lady loves you. I'll tell you that. She's
Oh,
giving
yeah.
you a lot of love and nurturing. That's why I'm like, is this your mom, her mom?
Yeah, it's his mom.
Aw. She made my ear hurt, or like I heard a hearing aid. Did she have a hearing aid by any chance? Do you know?
No, not that I know of.
There's another lady he's bringing forward. Then there's a lady that steps forward, and I heard the screech of the hearing aid in my ear very loudly.
I don't know.
Sometimes they will give me a sign that will only relate to one person so that you will know who that is.
Right.
He goes, you just tell them, they'll know. They'll know. It's almost like now that it's being recorded, the family wants to know who he's hanging out with over there. So he's got mom there, he's got the person that had the hearing aid over there, and he's
Okay.
spending a lot of time with you guys. And it
He does.
oh, he gave you the rake, honey. He's like, she needs to do this. Make sure you pass on that message to her. She's got to get out there and do this too.
That's funny. Our yard here is clean, but I do need to work on my house out in Albuquerque and New Mexico. I'm in Las Vegas.
He's giving it to the gentleman beside you, though. Are you in a new relationship? Is there somebody else in your world right now?
Yeah. Yes.
Because he gave it to him. He's like, give it to him. He can do it. He can do it.
Okay.
Aw,
Oh.
slow that down. Okay, I didn't even have to do the connection exercise yet. You know why? Because he showed up in my meditation and he's been talking to me for the last hour and a freaking half. So doing this reading is like letting go of a fart you've been holding in for like 2 hours. It's like, oh, okay.
That's funny.
He's been watching you journal and write, he said. He's watching the writing and he's thanking you and so proud of you for what you've written down recently. Do you understand that?
Um, I'm only journaling I make stuff. I do jewelry, so I've been journaling that. Um,
That's beautiful.
Thank you. I've been journaling these because I'm paying attention to how much time I'm spending on them so that I'm not giving my stuff away.
You know what? That would make sense. Because when I tell you guys they're talking to you, not me, I don't know any of that. I'm just the translator, right? And what he
Yeah.
said was, please tell her I'm so proud of her for what she's writing down. I'm like,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
He
Plus
knows that.
all my orders. It's crazy. I've been getting so many orders. I can't even keep up with people. And he's the one that helped me start all of this, my crystal business. And it turned into a jewelry making because I wanted to go to markets. And we just did our first market here in Vegas, and I did so good. It was overwhelming. And I could feel his spirit with me the whole time I was there. It was amazing. I
This,
can feel him, I can't hear him.
but that's okay. You don't have to hear him with every sense. You,
Yeah,
if you can feel him and you can understand the breadcrumbs of messages he leaves you,
yeah,
and when you say, help me with my business, and it triples in
yeah,
production and business, then you can feel his influence in your life. And it becomes mathematically impossible to be fluke, random, or chance.
yes,
That's what I'm telling you. When I tell you guys that they're not gone, that's what I mean. And I say this too. I would rather communicate with them differently than I did when they were here in the physical world than not at all.
right,
His message for you is to keep going and he's
sure,
so proud of you, honey. And that's why he lined this up again and made me forget to record it and all of that kind of stuff is
right,
and made me rake the leaves is just these little synchronicities prove that this is his soul that's still with you. And as you ask him for what you need and it shows up, you know that it's you and him doing this together. Even though
right,
his physical vessel isn't here, you're still doing this together. That's
right.
never going to change, ever.
When you say fluke, random, or chance, one of his best friends used to always say 13 was his number, and he would see 13 every day. And I'm like, how are you seeing 13 every day when you stay home, you know? Well, Herman used to always say 444 because he would see this commercial. So every day, there's never a day that goes by that I see 444, and it reminds me that he's with me. Even from the last reading, I wasn't even going to go to it. I got kind of convinced myself not to go. And on the way home, I saw 44, 44, 44 all the way home. And I was like, okay, Herman, fine, I will do it. And it was amazing. It's actually giving me like a new lease on life because you said about the tattoo, like that was really painful for me because of all of my friends. And it's giving me peace and a sense of I am where I need to be, and it's it's helped everything. It's amazing.
That's awesome. That's
Yes,
awesome. Well, as you're saying all that, he's kissing your cheek and he's like, you ain't seen nothing yet. Da-na-na-na. He's playing that song in my head. Baby, you just ain't seen nothing yet. He's so glad that you're understanding this language and it's going to get even better from here.
right. Thank you.
Okay, I'm letting him pull that energy back. I hope that was helpful, hun. As I
Of
do,
course.
he pulls that energy back and he throws dimes at you. He's like, he's teaching you his language, one symbol at a time.
Yes, coins for sure. That has been for all the time.
Awesome. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I love watching you. You're amazing.
Thank you, hun. I love you guys being here. Okay, so where am I going here? I'm going to this lady in the top corner, Angela. Have I read for you before, hun?
No, no.
I know I'm having trouble breathing. I always ask people in these little groups because there's so many people here and some of you have like 10, 15 people around you and I want to go right to the people that you want me to connect with. So I just ask you to let me know who it is that you want me to connect with.
I don't, I actually don't have someone specific, but if you, yeah, I don't have anyone specific.
Interesting. You do. There's a lady right behind you. That's grandma or
Okay.
something. But
Okay.
yeah, you do. It's interesting. You know how many people come to me and are like, I don't have anyone on the other side. And I just laugh. It's like they're right there. They're like
Yeah.
laughing at you. Yeah, you do. It's interesting. You have two people stepping forward already. We're going to do a quick connection exercise. I forgot to explain how this process worked in the beginning. I just jumped right in because spirit was, like I said, I was trying to hold in a spiritual fart. And now I got that out. So I'm going to just explain this, how this works real quick. And then we'll jump in for a connection exercise. Okay?
Yeah, sounds good.
So what I want you guys to remember when I come to you is that your loved ones are not talking to me, they're talking to you. And they don't care if I understand this information or not. I'm literally the medium, the person in between, the interpreter, if you will. Your loved ones are high vibrational energy and they speak to me symbolically using energy. And so I interpret that energy, first of all, through my senses, sight, touch, taste, smell, sound, whatever that might be. And then they play things in through what I call my library, which is my thoughts, feelings, and experiences. Kind of like he's using that song to show me you ain't seen nothing yet. You see what I mean? They will use whatever they have to up here to get me to say what they need me to say, so you get the message that they need you to get. But I don't know why they're doing that or how that relates. Kind of like I knew that this lady's husband was kicking my ass to clean those leaves, but I didn't know he was a landscaper in the previous. I don't get the backstory on the information. My job is to trust the information that's coming through and give it to you clearly so that you know what they're trying to talk about. And for your loved ones, for them, this is not about predicting what's coming up in your world. It's not about guessing which sign or symbol is you wrote on a piece of paper before we sat down. For them, it's about giving you details and validations of things going on in your life right now or things about their life that I can't know, so that you know that they're still with you, and teaching you their language so that you always can hear them and you have that guidance going forward. Because whoever this lady is, as I'm explaining this, I've been through this speech billions of times. Ask most of the people here. They've heard it 10 billion times. She's going blah, blah, blah. The whole point of this is to make sure that this lady knows that we're all here for her. She has so many more guides on this side, and they are helping steer you from wherever you are to where you want to go. But you have to learn how to navigate your ship. This is your ship. So she's like, I brought you here today so that you understand how to ask for what you need so we can deliver it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. I guess we're just jumping in. She's like, shut up, just jump in. She's really direct, I'll tell you that. All right, so we're going to start with a connection exercise. And then when we do this connection exercise, I'm going to keep my eyes closed for a minute and I'm going to let them do what we call a puzzle dump. They're just going to throw a bunch of stuff at me. But because I'm not in your life, I don't know why they're showing me everything. I call them like puzzle pieces. I don't know how they fit. So what I'm going to do is I'll just explain to you everything I'm picking up and then we'll go back and figure out how those fit. Okay?
Perfect. Yeah.
And remember, they take me through their passing from their perspective, not from ours. So that means they don't step forward and say, like, I died of this kind of cancer. They tell me how they felt as they were passing. Does that make sense? Okay. Here we go. Both feet flat on the floor for me for a minute. What I want you to do is when I'm done talking, I want you to close your eyes and then I want you to take a deep breath. And I want you, wait, let me try this again. You can't talk to me while I'm doing this. I can't do two things at once. Okay. Both feet flat on the floor. I want you to close your eyes and then I want you to take a deep breath, picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe and slowly pulling it all the way up through your body and blow it directly towards me. Okay. This lady's loud. I'm telling you, I'm surprised that you don't. So I feel like this would be a grandmother or a great grandmother because she's going one above. She's definitely been there for a while. However, the love that this lady has for you and the family is huge because she's like a little annoyed. How could you not know that I'm here? How could you not know I'm watching over you? That kind of energy. She feels kind of little, but she feels very energetically strong, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And she was cutting off my breath as I was doing even as I was talking to you, she was going to the breath. And she keeps wanting to let everyone know that she can breathe better, and she's got full mobility on the other side, jumping up and down and showing me that she's able to move, no problems now. When they do that, it's usually a sign of limited mobility here in the physical world. I'm almost wondering if this is great grandparents, because I see the holding of the hands, like she's showing me they're reconnected with the gentleman on the other side as well, the heart going around the two of them. And they have the soul of somebody underneath of them as well. So somebody else in the family that would have passed, it feels like before we think of as their time. So what, yep, definitely. And what that means is that they didn't live till 80 or 90 like we would think of as a full life. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Who are these people to you?
I would say it's a great grandmother, and I'm not quite sure of what side, but I would say it's a great grandmother, and obviously I've never met them, but I would say it's one of them.
So this is why they give you the information that will, the specific signs and symbols that will only match one side of the family. So on one side of your family, there would have been a soul that either this lady lost a child, or there was a younger soul in the family that passed before we think of as their time on that side. Feels like
Okay.
male. I keep going to the throat, like either accident, traumatic, like, and I taste blood, which is like tragedy.
Okay. I don't know the details, but I feel like, yeah, I feel like I know where you're going, but I don't know the details, but I feel it. So, yeah, I feel like it might be my mom's side, my great grandmother.
When you said that, she put the heart around you and mom and the whole family. The heart is my symbol for healing and reconnection. She's like shooting love towards you guys. There's a huge emphasis that you are not alone, that you have enormous guidance on that side, even if you don't know. Sometimes, like I said, if our grandparents are still here and our immediate family are still here, we think, I have no one on the other side. Yes, you do. So some of this information that she's giving you are things that maybe you can't validate, but this is definitely recorded this time. And so your family will be able to come back and see it and know that you couldn't even validate that information, so you can't make that up. But
Yeah, absolutely.
I think mom will understand it. And I can feel, it feels, I don't know if your mom was very close with her grandmother, but the love that's coming through from this lady is being emphasized dramatically.
Beautiful.
So this down. She's like, you brought your cards, right? It's funny. When I was saying that part of the explanation about how this is not about predicting your future, she goes, I make the rules. I was like, okay.
She was psychic. She was psychic.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So that actually helps me understand so much. So this is definitely your mom's grandmother then that we're connecting to. Because here's the thing. What did she say to you? She brought you here tonight to teach you the language so that she can connect with you and guide you through life. You know what that means. You have the ability within you as well. And I just got goosebumps when I said that. You have this ability as well. It runs through your bloodline. She had it as well. So she brought you here tonight to teach you that language.
Beautiful.
That's pretty cool. And she gave me tarot cards again. Do you have tarot cards?
Yeah. Yeah. And I have a clothing line for tarot cards called the 10 of Cups. Yeah. 10 of Cups
Shut
life.
up. Actually, when you say that, I recognize that name on some of my social media.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's so cool that she's showing me. This is what I mean. I thought she meant she wanted me to do your card. She's like, bullshit, this is not about predicting. I make the rules around here. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
She's guiding you through this because she's talking about this is a journey that you've been. She shows me the strength card. Oh yeah, she's definitely knows how to talk through tarot. And if you do tarot, you know what the strength card means. shows me my symbol for being very proud of you and using the strength card. You have been embracing the courage that it takes to learn this skill. It's not for the weak of heart, is it?
No, I actually, so I'm taking like a medium psychic course, and she encouraged like to stay in the energy and to go to as many lives and just be in the energy. Like, even if I didn't get a reading tonight, I just wanted to be in your energy, like to just support that. And you know what I mean? Like to feel the energy. So yeah, makes sense. It is a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, but it's so worth it. Okay, slow down, Grandma, slow down. So you knew this woman here in the physical world.
No, but I have gotten readings and connections to her before, but I don't know about, I've never known about how she died, but I know she died young, and I did look up her obituaries months ago and found like she lost 2 children young as well, so it makes sense that we're going that way. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? As she steps forward, she says she's got the young soul there with her that passed in like a tragedy or something as well. This is what I mean. They will give you details that will match one side of the family.
Yeah.
Your great grandmother is very proud of you, and she's very proud of the fact that you are working through this energy and learning how to use your gifts to help people, because she said she did that too.
Okay.
Secretly though, it feels like I don't think she did this out in the open. So and as I say that, I am getting goosebumps again because she's so excited, kind of like this lady down here doing spiritual work with crystals. The second that you start doing healing work in the world, the loved ones on the other side take it and expand it and make it even bigger, because that's the whole point. When you do good, it gets bigger, and they help you with that. Um, she said at some point you have to let go of what you are holding on to for comfort and take the leap of faith.
Okay.
You understand that message?
Yeah.
It's like if you're working a full-time job somewhere else or something, and it's like, I need to let go of this and trust that I can do this. She's showing that she will guide, like it's stepping stones. She's showing me what that means is that sometimes you can only see the next step right in front of you. You know what that is? You can't see the 3 steps beyond that. But when you take that next step, then you see the next step. And then you got to just trust that if I take that next step, that the next one will appear in front of me. Do you see what I mean? But you're never going to be able to see 3 steps in front of you. You can only see the step right in front of you. But she's got your back, okay? She's got your back. Ask for what you want and she will line it right up with you. She gave you a whiteboard. What is that? Why is she giving you a whiteboard? She's literally, I've never seen that before. She gave you a whiteboard. I'm seeing the markers. I'm seeing like write it up. Why am I seeing this?
I don't have a whiteboard, but maybe I need one.
I think
maybe
you
it's
do.
like a visual, you know, when people have like their manifesting things, maybe I need to, yeah.
It's interesting when you say that. She showed me my symbol for thoughts because they can hear your thoughts, right? So they don't care if I understand the question. They heard the question that you asked privately in your own head, and they will just tell me to say the answer. And so it's like, okay, well, what's the question? I think part of the question is what do I need to do to get clear on how to get from where I am to where I want to go? She's like, whiteboard, write it down.
I love it.
Know what you need to focus on that day, and you can change it daily.
Yeah, I love it.
You know what you call your words when you write them down, right? No?
Like manifestations, like
Spelling.
oh yeah, yes.
What's
yes.
a spell? Something we cast.
Yes.
I want to leave you with this, and for everybody that's listening. Your thoughts are an invisible vibration that nobody around you can see, touch, taste, smell, or sense at all. Kind of like TV channels are floating through the air. They're invisible vibrations. They're not contained in the television set. They're in the energy in the world all around you. You will only see on your screen what you tune into, right? So your thoughts are the vibrational frequency. And when you tune into that, you manifest it physically in your world. Just like when you tune into the channel on your television set, you will manifest on the screen what you tuned into. Your grandma's, when she gave you that whiteboard, you got it right away. Because you've been asking for, how do I manifest this? Or how do I do this? That's the way you do it. What you think about up here is very thin vibration that you can't see, touch, taste, smell, or hear. When you think about it enough, that vibration gets thicker and thicker and thicker. Then you add speech to it. You take those two vibrations and you write them down on a piece of paper. And what that does is it literally manifests in a two-dimensional way the things that were invisible energy up here before. So you take that invisible energy, you manifest it two-dimensionally when you write it down. Your guides, your loved ones, God, and your grandma up there is going to take all of that two-dimensional energy and gather the components together to create it in the third dimension. But you can't create something here that you haven't thought about. So many of us are waiting for just a bag of money to drop on the ground. Here's the thing, you have to be specific. This is the final message she has for you, is be specific when you are manifesting. So many people, I will say, what do you want? I just want to be happy, Tracy. That's it. It's like, okay, well, that's why you're not happy. What the heck does that mean? What does that mean? It means something different to me than it means to you. It means something different to them than it means to you. Try walking into a restaurant and saying, I just want healthy food, okay? Just give me some healthy food. And see how long that takes you to get something that you actually like. Because you're going to get somebody else's definition of healthy. See what I'm saying? So be specific in what you're asking her for, and she's going to line it up for you like nobody's business. It feels like she's like, this is destiny. And the other thing she's like so excited about is she loves doing this work. And now she gets to help you do this work in a way that is not frowned upon, in a way that she can be open about. And she's so excited to drown you in success. That's literally the way she said, you're going to be drowning in success. So just have faith, talk to her, tell her what you need, and she will guide you towards it. And she goes, next time, just ask to talk to me, because you knew you wanted to talk to me. You knew I was coming through. And she's saying hello to your mom again. Is there a bit of distance or space between you and mom? Here physically?
No, not too much. No.
Because she just keeps putting the heart around the two of you, which is my symbol for healing and reconnection.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Okay. I'm going to let her pull her energy back. She's like, you better, it's funny that you said you wanted to just come here and stay in the energy, because she's like, don't you go anywhere. She's loving this. She's loving being able to live vicariously through you and with you.
Beautiful. Thank you.
You're welcome. And those beginning messages that you didn't know how to validate, those are for mom.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to let her pull her energy back. All right, guys, who am I going to here? There's this lady over here that looks so sad. I have to go here. Crystal, I have to come to you first. I want to hug you, and I'm not sure why. You got to take your mute off, honey.
Is that better?
Yes. I just want to hug you. Who is it that you want me to connect to?
Primarily my boyfriend.
No wonder. Okay. Okay. You ready to do this? Okay. I want you to sit with both feet flat on the floor for just a minute. We're going to start this connection exercise. All right, both feet flat on the floor. I want you to close your eyes, and then I want you to take a deep breath. And I want you to picture that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it directly towards me, and give me a minute to focus.
Yeah, it's in the full connection on speaker.
Hold on. Madeline, your mute came off, honey. Can you please put your mute back on? See, even things that we think are accidents and mistakes are not accident mistake. Madeline, your mute's not on, honey.
No, it's not me.
Okay, I'm gonna mute you, hun.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, there we go. See, even something like that tells me it's a big message. Soon as I start to do that connection exercise, we get disconnected through interruptions and blah, things like that. Right away. You've been hearing me talk about how spirit communicates symbolically, and that we will manifest exactly how we're feeling and what we're thinking. If you've been feeling disconnected from him, the second that I try to like connect, right away we're manifesting disconnection. He's here, but that'll manifest in the energy the second that I try to connect. So we're gonna do this again, okay? Do you mind?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. What was that? Do you see how that happened? You don't have a baby there, do you?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I'm losing my freaking mind here. Let's do this. Both feet flat on the floor. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Starting it at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up and blow it directly towards me. Got it. All right, here we go. I'm going to keep my eyes closed while I do this puzzle dump. Right away, I can't breathe. He's taking me to the throat and choking me out, which is my symbol of like I had struggled to take a breath before I passed. I got sudden, unexpected, or traumatic passing. My mind is spinning, which is a sign of either not being able to say goodbye, or either he was spinning as he passed, or this means like mental illness or depression or something like that. As I try to connect to his energy, it's very thick in distorted energy, what I call distorted energy, which distorted energy around somebody. What I mean by that is that pain and grief and trauma can distort the energy field, kind of like water will distort sound. You can still hear underwater, but it will sound like this. Pain, grief, and trauma can distort the energy field, making it difficult for me to connect. Even when we were doing that connection exercise, that's exactly what I was trying to explain to you, that it like, I kicked me out and I felt disconnected, because that's the grief and trauma around either the way he passed or that you are still carrying with you here. My head hurts around this, and the fact that that baby kept crying is an emphasis. That's not even crying, cooing, whatever that noise was, that spirit using synchronization and alignment to bring my attention to the fact that there's a baby in the room. You understand that? I'm also, my face is getting itchy, which is my sign of disfiguration, or that I did not look in death the way that I did in life. That there was something that it didn't look right as he passed. You know what I mean? But again, I'm having trouble breathing. How did he pass, honey?
Um, the autopsy said that it was from COVID pneumonia.
See where I'm saying? So this is why they take me through their passing from their perspective, not from ours, because he needs you to know what he felt as he was passing. And what he felt was that he couldn't breathe. That's why I was taken here, that everything just happened so fast. The spinning thoughts of like being medicated before I passed, not being able to communicate, not having a chance to say goodbye. You understand that?
Yeah, he worked a couple hours away, like an hour and 45 minutes, couple hours. So lots of times he would take a nap before he came home. So he'd go and pull over in a pull off or something and he'd take a nap. And he told me he was going to be coming home, but he needed to take a nap first. He wasn't feeling very well. And I said, okay. And I would see him later. And I couldn't get a hold of him the rest of the night. He didn't show up for work the next morning. And one of his coworkers went to look for him and found him on the side of the road in his car.
This is why he said you need to know that he went very quick. This is why you need to know that and I do have some head pain. Like it feels like just pressure in the head. Do you know what I mean? Just built up. But he went very quick and he's been with you ever since. This is not that long ago, though. I know you said COVID, but it doesn't feel like 2 years ago. Is this his child? Is this why he's referencing the baby? Because all I know is he puts a heart around you and the baby, and he shows me, it's funny that this lady's messages were fours, because he's showing me fours around you. Fours also symbolize protection.
So he passed away when I was about halfway through my pregnancy.
Yeah. He's talking about being there for the birth. See, this is what I mean. I can't even imagine the grief and and how you would feel in that situation. I'm so sorry for your loss, but that distorted trauma energy, when you feel that he's gone, it can literally kick you out. Like if you try to connect to this, you'll be kicked out. You'll line up everywhere you go with disconnected energy. It's not an accident that you're here today, because he needs you to know he's not gone, sweetie. Energetically, he's not gone. Vibrationally, he's not gone. His soul is still with you. And so he's brought you here tonight to teach you his language so that he can still help you with the baby.
Yeah, so we just passed the 1 year anniversary of his death this past month.
Oh, honey. So this down. He's like, okay, so I got a lot of things to say here. First and foremost, his first thing to say is he's not gone. You get that straight, he said. Secondly, he was there for the birth. And I feel gratitude for the person that was there with you. Was it
My
your
mom.
See, we said it at the same time. I feel gratitude for mom that was there with you. He's thanking mom for being there with you. He's thanking, this is a baby boy?
Girl.
So he's thanking, let me say this correct. This is why I thought it was a boy. He's like, thank you for having such strong lungs. Thank you for like screaming that one out, kid. I don't know exactly what he's talking about.
Not sure.
Feels very quick when she was born. Like something about, see, I've got 4 kids, right? My second son didn't breathe for the first 2 minutes. And so when I finally heard his scream, it was like this huge sign of relief. He's like coming in, showing me that the birth was actually pretty easy and the big lungs at the end. So either she's a huge screamer or there was a worry about breathing or something about cleaning out the lungs.
No, she didn't cry like when she first came out, and I had asked if she was okay. And then she made just the smallest, little, tiniest cry. And then that was it. And I was like, are you sure she's okay? And they're like, yeah, she's perfectly fine. It's just she's not a very fussy baby, even still.
So what he's showing me is that, so here's the thing. If he was with you, that would scare the crap out of him, right? If he was with you and going through that experience and you're worried she's not crying and he's like, she's not crying. What did he say to me? He's like, she's got some lungs on her. Thank God she's got some lungs. Scream those lungs out. Scream. And I feel gratitude for that. So if you're in that experience and you're worried in that moment that, is she okay? Is she not breathing? She's not screaming. What's going on? When you sit down with me, he's going to talk about that moment and how excited he was for that moment when she finally let loose and screamed her head off. That she's okay. There's a lot, again, the message behind this is that he was with you through that, even though it went pretty fast and was very easy. There was that moment that worried him. So when she's screaming now, it actually makes him happy. And I'm telling you, there's an emphasis on get used to her being quiet now. It's not going to last that long. This girl's got a set of lungs on her. Just because she's not using them yet, give her about 10 years. As soon as she hits puberty, it's gonna...
Oh, when she gets mad, she's loud.
Some
It just
lungs
doesn't
on her.
happen very often.
Okay, slow this down. He's showing me a whole bunch of new clothes that you got for her and a tooth. I don't know if she's just teething now, but I'm seeing the teething or the tooth that's coming in. Like I'm going like this because you know how they drool like crazy when they hit that teething stage. That's what
Mm-hmm.
that's what I'm seeing. How old is your daughter?
8 months.
Oh, that's definitely teething stage, isn't it?
She's already got 2 of them.
He's really trying to show you that he's not missing anything, that he's watching everything. I keep seeing brand new outfits or brand new clothes or something about the clothes, the brand new clothes. Did somebody gift you a box of like, I don't know what this is. I feel gratitude for the box of brand new clothes. I almost wonder if it was shipped.
So his sister-in-law recently gave me some clothes from her kids when they were little.
So it's not brand new. Nice enough
Mm-mm.
though, like good clothes. You know what he said when I said good clothes, because I'm thinking these are brand new. So one, he's just trying to show you that he knows that there was this box of clothes that was shipped. And then I heard the song, anything you can do, I can do better. Have you ever heard that song?
Yeah.
So I think what he's saying is that he wants to give you new clothes as well. I don't know. I feel like she's growing. She needs some new outfits, some new stuff. So he wants to be involved in this with you. So if you say, all right, I want to get her some new clothes, line me up with some new clothes. All right, Dad, show me you're here. Send me some new clothes for her. You watch, your neighbor's going to show up. Somebody's going to show up at your door and be like, oh, I forgot to give you this present. This is for your baby. Or you watch how he's able to utilize synchronicity and alignment to bring those things to you. He's showing me thank you for the way he was laid to rest. I feel like compromise here. And he gave you a ring. I see him getting down on one. Were you guys already, you said boyfriend, I think. So did he propose?
No, we had talked about it a lot, but we wanted to like get a house and everything before that had happened, and we didn't get a chance.
It's almost like that kind of complicated the passing with the family. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what he means by thank you for compromising or thank you for what you did. It's like, how was he laid to rest? Because I feel very grateful for the way you allowed his family to lay him to rest.
So his family did like a last viewing thing before he was cremated, and they asked me to go. They said if I wanted to go, I could. So I did that, and then he was cremated, and then he was buried afterwards.
See, and I think that's what's hard is if you guys were married and it was all your decision making, you might still have those ashes.
That could be what it is then, because I had asked his family if I could have a little bit of his ashes, but they told me no.
That's what I'm telling you. Now I have chills. That's exactly why he's thanking you for that. Because he said, you know what, that creeped his mom out. She needed to know where her son was, all of him. She needed him to be complete. Do you know what I mean? Some people
Yeah.
get really freaked out by that. So he's thanking you for giving her that grace. Um, he gave you a car too. I don't know what that's about. He's giving you a car, definitely doing something with the tires or so this when they show me a car and they're specifically talking tires, either you need new tires. Did you not put winter tires on you? I don't know if this is winter tires, switching my tires over. I need new tires. I don't,
I've got a decent set of all seasons on it, but I don't have winter ones.
if he was here, that's what he would do. That's the man's job. See, what he's doing right now is he's giving you things that he wants to help with. He wants to give baby new clothes. He wants to help with the new tires. He wants to do these things. And then he showed me thoughts. Were you just thinking about tires on your car not that long ago? Like winter?
Um, Not really, no. I mean, my car was recently in the garage having some work done on it.
You know, he's very much wanting to watch over you and the baby. This is your first child?
No, I have two other kids.
Is this his first, like his only child?
Nope, he has
They're all
two
his?
two other children from a different relationship, and then I have two other children from a different relationship.
Got ya. So it's like you're first together.
Yeah.
Because the energy that, or the message that I'm getting through him is kind of like, well, this is our first, and you don't know how good I'm going to take care of you through this. I'm going to make sure that you're not driving around and getting stuck in the snow and things like that. He's going to make sure that he does everything he can in the invisible world to line you up with everything you need. But you got to be able to speak his language, because this world operates on free will, and he's not allowed to interrupt your free will. So that means if you say, this sucks, I'm so stuck and I'm in pain and I'm hurting, then the universe goes, yes, you are, here's more of it. If you say, I need you to show me that you're still here, send me a sign or a symbol that's so big I can't miss it. Send me, you want me to have winter tires so we're safe in the car? Send me a good deal on winter tires that I can afford it, and make it so that it's so big in my life that I will know that it's you. No such thing as fluke, random, or chance. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I had recently been asking him if he could show me something that he was still here, and I was like, you know what? Just send me like a red feather. I don't even care. Just a red feather. And if you show me a red feather, then I'll know it's you, but I still haven't seen a red feather.
When you said that, he goes, oh, she just hasn't been looking. And I'm like, what does that mean? No, not that you haven't been looking. Not that you haven't been looking. There's a little bit about being out of vibration. Remember when I first tried to connect with you, there was all these other
Mm-hmm.
disconnects around you? Say it differently. So say, thank you for sending me the red feather. I don't know when it's coming, but I know it's coming, and I can't wait to be in alignment to receive that message. Do you see the difference between please send me? Because when you say please send me something, you push it away from you, because you're actually telling the universe you don't have something. But when you say thank you for bringing this to me, I know it's coming, I just don't know when, you line up with it. Thank him for the feather before it gets there, and know that it's on its way, and watch how it happens. But you got to pay attention to how he chooses to bring red feather in. You might not actually see a physical red feather in front of you. You might be scrolling TikTok and you're going to see someone using a red feather. You might, see a sign with a giant red feather. You've got to be open to how that message will come in. Does that make sense?
It does.
He said it's on its way. And then he said shooting star. Slow this down. He's sending you signs in the sky as well. He's glad you use feathers, because feathers symbolize birds. Birds are another sign of protection. I'm going like this because birds are up here. They see everything from a bird's eye view. Sometimes us living down here in the third dimension is like living in a third dimensional corn maze. You can only see what's right in front of you. You can't see around the bend to see what's up at the next corner, right? But they can see everything. So he's reminding you that he can see everything from up there, and you just got to have a little patience and get excited. And the second that you get excited, all those little disconnects that are going on in your world, because they must be going on in other places as well, like little interruptions, little just delays, if you will. Do you know what I mean? Those will
Mm-hmm.
all completely change, and you will start lining up with synchronicities so dramatic that they will be impossible to pass off as fluke, random, or chance. He just gave you a Christmas gift, a big, giant Christmas gift with a big bow around it. I feel grateful to be spending Christmas with you. And he's talking about putting up the tree. And do you guys have real trees? Do you usually do
No,
real trees?
no.
Because I feel like I'm cutting down a tree. I don't do real trees either, because it makes me sad to cut them down. But Do you have boys, like older boys?
Yes.
Your other two children are boys?
Yep. 12 and 10.
That's what I'm telling you. He wants to take them out and cut them down a tree this year. Have they asked you for a real tree this year?
Nope.
Huh. Wouldn't surprise me if they do. I'm telling you, this man is showing me love around these boys. His boys too. Like, I know you said, well, I don't know if he has boys or girls. I know there's two other kids here and there's two kids here.
I
His are,
have 2 boys and he has 2 girls.
I was gonna say, as soon as I said his boys, he goes, and I'm like, okay, well, I don't know if they're boys or girls because he just was like, Either way, the two kids here and the two kids here, he's so excited to be spending time with everybody at the same time. It's interesting because he put the heart around him and his girls. That's interesting. The heart is my symbol for healing and reconnection. I know that sounds interesting now that he's on that side. How is he reconnected? Were they a big part of his life?
Yeah, they were with him every weekend.
He said, now they're with me every day. Because in the non-physical world, he can be in all places at the same time. And he's putting all of you together. And I see the heart going around all of you. Have you guys gotten together with all the kids since he's passed?
Yeah, lots of times when any of his siblings or his mom, any of them, if they're having like a family function, they'll invite us to go. And they always try to make sure that they tell us when his 2 girls are going to be there too, so that we can all see them.
He's so thankful for that. And then he showed me the baby's birthday is close around another special day or another birthday, or because he showed me the rose and the 2 dates close together around the time that the baby was born. Who's got the birthday the month before, the month after?
I'm not sure. Mine is this month. My daughter's is in March.
No, there's another one either February or April.
Oh, actually, my boys are April and May.
I'm telling you, he's April, May, 2 dates close together. He's showing me after baby's birthday. So March, April, May. We got 3 days.
Yeah.
All doom, boom, boom. This is his way of letting you know he's going to be there for all those birthdays as well. He's not missing any of them.
Is it him that's been messing with our TV?
Yeah, because he wants you to know he's there so that you will stop feeling his absence and you won't line up with any more of these delays and disruptions. So sometimes they'll haunt you so that you have to admit they're there. Once you know they're there, then you don't feel disconnected anymore. If you don't feel disconnected, then you don't line up with things that are disconnected. See how that works?
Mm-hmm. We always joke and we're like, Dan, can you please stop messing with the TV? We really wanted to watch that.
And then he said, and that works every time, doesn't it?
Yep.
Because all he wants is to be acknowledged. When you guys are sitting down watching a family show, that's what he wants. It's his way of saying, Dad's here. If Dad was here, he would pull your head under the covers and fart and take the remote, right? That's what Dad would do.
Pretty much.
When you sit down to watch a show, you're going to feel his energetic presence. He's not gone. And when you said it was your birthday this month, he said, happy birthday. He wants you to go out and celebrate. He said, let me get the babysitter. Mom can babysit. He just literally gave your mom the kids and pushed you out the door. It's been a while since you've been out, hey?
Yeah.
He's playing the song Dancing Queen in my head. You know that song?
I vaguely.
He's using that song, I feel like, to tell you to go out and dance, have a good time, let loose, let your hair down for a little bit, let in some joy, transmute that pain energy into knowing that he's with you. It's not the same, I know, as when he was here in the physical world, but it's better than being gone. It's like if he moved to Germany, you can't communicate physically like you could when he was here face to face, but you just find a new way to communicate. And he's going to continue to help you with all the children and to communicate you and show you signs that he's with you all the time as much as he can, so that you know that he's there for every step of this journey with you. And then he showed you the dimes. He's like, you understand the dimes, you understand the feathers, you understand that shooting star. I don't know what that means, but he keeps showing me a shooting star.
I
Did
don't know. I've been seeing rainbows. Of course, it's been rainy, but the day of his funeral, actually, when I got home, I went out to let my dog out, and there was a rainbow. And I came back inside to get my phone so that I could take a picture of it. And as soon as I went outside, it was already almost gone.
Yeah. Do you know what the rainbow means? Because this is what I mean. They line you up with symbols. That could be me. That could be part of why he keeps telling me to look up, look up, look up. Because the rainbow is God's promise that in the Bible, it's God's promise he'll never flood the world again. So when you see rainbows, it's a symbol that the worst is over. This is God's promise that the worst is over. So if you've been feeling like you're in a hard time, you're going through a hard time, and it's interesting as I'm saying this, Amy and Christina, your loved ones are pointing at you guys right now. When you feel like you've been going through this hard time and that there's just no end to that, right? And you look outside and you see this rainbow, that's God's way of saying, I promise you there is an end to this. I promise you the worst is over and the best is yet to come. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Keep looking for those rainbows. I saw it tattooed on your arm, or tattooed. Have you thought of getting a tattoo for him?
Yeah, not a rainbow, but yeah. There was one time that he had made me a chicken wrap, and he made sure that it was all perfect, and he wrapped it in a paper towel and he put it on a paper plate. And then when I went to pick the wrap up to eat it, he had written on the paper plate, "I heart you."
Aww.
So I took a picture of it, and that writing is what I was thinking about getting on me.
He loves it. And that's what he's showing when he's showing me tattoo and I see the rainbow. That's the message behind it, is the rainbow. I love you means that forever, from that day forever forward, he's that rainbow in the sky. He's that energy that is going to make everything right again. That it's like that protection energy, those fours again. Have you seen the fours too? Fours seem to be a big number today. It's the third time these
No.
fours are coming up. Watch for them, because if you don't know something's a sign, then it doesn't mean anything and it won't register that you're seeing it, right? So pay attention to repeating numbers. Pay attention, especially when you see those fours. That means protection. That rainbow means protection. When you say I love you, he shows me that rainbow. It's like I love you, rainbow, which is like, because I love you, I will never let go. I will always be here to keep being that rainbow in your sky after a troubled time. Don't forget my stocking. He's very excited about Christmas this year. And he's like, you better put up my stocking. I have a stock. You still have his stocking?
I think his mom has his stocking.
He's like, that's fine. She'll put it up. You watch. She'll put it up. But you can put one up for me too. He's like, they're cheap at the dollar store, Tracy. Don't listen to the excuses. We can afford it. Just grab a stocking, throw Dad's name on it, stick it up there, and you'll feel my presence on Christmas Day.
If he wants me to hang up a stocking for him, I'll just take one of his socks that I still have here and I'll write his name on it.
Oh, he's like, that's perfect. He's kind of pulling his energy back. He's like, I'm sorry, I know I'm doing a lot of talking, I'm taking all the time up, but I can't let go. I can't. He needs you to know that he's still here, and he doesn't want you to hear he doesn't want to hear you say he's dead ever again, because if you say he's dead, then you feel he's dead. And if you say and think and feel he's dead, then you're going to line up with that energy of distorted energy everywhere you go. You say he's here, he's invisible, Mr. Invisible, but he's still here. He's still going to guide you towards and bring towards you everything that you need, you and those children moving forward. So don't forget to ask him for what you need. And again, and as he's pulling his energy back, he's emphasizing again the gratitude that he has for your life, for you in his life. The thing is that he's showing me my sign for unconditional love. Like before he left this world, he knew he was unconditionally loved, and it's like that's something he didn't have before. So okay, maybe I died young, but you know what? I died at the good part. I died knowing what it was like to be unconditionally loved. You know how much worse it would have been if I had have died like 5 years before when I didn't know you, or when we, how long, you know what I mean? When I was in a deep, dark place, that would have been worse. He goes, I left this world feeling fulfilled and loved, and love is what binds. When they pass, we think that the dead can go anywhere they want to do whatever they want. That's not how it works. They are bound energetically by the love bonds. So because you loved him so much and he loved you so much, that means you are forever tied and tethered together by the heart. So all you got to do is ask and you shall receive. Watch for those clothes for baby. I swear to God, again, he's showing me clothes for baby as he's pulling his energy back. It's like child support, I think. Is she growing out of a bunch of her stuff?
Yeah.
Because that's how he's putting it. This is my contribution. This is my child support. I'll send the clothes. He's like, you don't believe me? Test me. Tell me to send it. I will.
So that's when I say, thank you very much for the clothes that I know that you're going to send me.
You got it. That's exactly how you word it. Aw. And then he curled up in bed with you, wrapped his arms around you, and he said, I know you feel me every night. Just know that you're not crazy. That is my soul wrapped around you, hugging you at night. Sometimes you wake up, he said, in the middle of the night if he hugs you too tight, because everything's still and quiet at that time. So we can kind of sense the energies around it. You know, if you're in a really quiet room, it's like one little noise, you'll startle, but if you go to sleep with white noise on, you don't hear any, it doesn't wake you up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right? We become very sensitive to those energies around us because the energy's kind of quiet. So that's what's going on. He's waking you up to let you know he's with you. Does that make sense?
It does.
I hope that was helpful, hon.
It was. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Okay, Sue, I gotta come to you. Oh, my nose goes itchy. There's a lady behind you. She's like, I'm so excited to see you again. What does that mean? Have I read for you before?
Oh, you did a mini tarot one for me.
Oh, okay. That was,
Yeah.
oh, I know. Looking for love and all.
Yeah.
See, that song's coming through in my head as soon as you say that. That's the only reading I've done for you before?
That's it.
Who is it that you want me to connect to on the other side?
Probably my dad.
I love that you're looking to date and you asked for dad because he shows up with a shotgun.
Oh,
Dads have a very powerful energy, let me tell you. When they show me that shotgun, that's my symbol of protection. So, and there's something very special about a father's love. I'll tell you that. What a father's love is usually able to manifest things and help you in ways that go above and beyond what spirit can normally do. There's something special about a dad's love. Okay,
good.
ready to do
There
this?
is.
All right,
Yeah.
both feet flat on the floor. We're going to start
Okay.
with a connection exercise.
Okay.
All right, I want you to close your eyes and then I want you to take a deep breath, picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body and then blow it directly towards me and give me a minute to focus. Okay. All right, so your dad's not alone, I'll tell you that. Here we go, puzzle dump. Are you ready?
Okay.
Right away, as he steps forward, he shows me the body scan, which is my symbol that there was more than one issue in the body or pain throughout the body. Right, he shows me how strong he is on that side. Like he's like, look at my muscles. I got all my strength back. He jumps up and down, which is my symbol for mobility and having free mobility on the other side. Showing me that things kind of slowed down for a bit there. And I don't think he was in a wheelchair or anything, but he's got that kind of energy where it feels like I like to be useful. I like to be productive. I like to be go. I'm going to spill stuff. I like to be go. And so that energy of not being able to be as active is like frustrating. So the passing part at the end, though, feels like it went pretty quick. He does take me to the breath. I feel the holding of the hand, which is my symbol that somebody was with me as I took my last breath, and I knew somebody was there. I got that disfiguration feeling in my face, which is that I didn't look in death the way that I did in life. And again, he shows me his energy, how strong he is, how good he is. He doesn't want you to remember him the way he looked that way. He wants you to remember him strong and healthy on the other side. Do you understand some of this?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
How
Definitely.
did Dad pass?
They think that he suffocated because they put him back. He's in a nursing home. They put him back. Then I was with him when he passed.
See, that makes perfect
Yeah.
sense because he's going right there. That's what I
Yeah.
feel. But it feels like it was pretty fast. And he's
Yeah.
like showing me that he was slowing down for some time before that. It was
Mhm.
pretty rough. And he was very grateful that you were there. She's like, your dad's very brave. He's like, make sure she knows I wasn't scared. I wasn't scared.
Okay. Sounds
He's like
good.
a
Yeah.
man's man, hey?
Yeah. Yeah. Very much so.
He's like, make sure
Yeah.
you don't make me sound like a pussy. I was not a pussy. I was a man's man. There's another language. Like I keep hearing an accent over there as well. Does he have a connection to another language on one side of his family?
Scottish.
So he's reconnected with his family on that side as well. Because I can hear them all talking back there. He's like, yeah, they're all there. When I tell you he's not alone, that's what I mean. He also shows me this, the handshake, which is my symbol. No, okay, hold on. Not the handshake, the hand. When they show me the hand, that's my symbol that somebody came to greet somebody as they crossed over. And I do hear mom, 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 mom. Slow this down. So this either tells me that your mom is still here and that he's letting you know that when she passes, he will be the first person that will come and collect her. Or she is still here?
Yeah. Yeah. She's getting pretty old though. She's really missing him now.
See, this is why he's like, I'm waiting, honey. Let her know that when she's ready, it's my face is going to be the first face she sees. See, this is when I tell you guys, I don't know what you need to hear, but they do. Your dad's like, I know she's waiting. She needs to go, but she's scared. She's a little afraid of letting go, that you guys are going to be okay without her. And she's afraid of the actual dying process. He goes, it's easy peasy lemon squeezy. Let me tell you, it's so much easier than I thought it was going to be. It's boop, I'm on the other side and all my relatives are over here speaking 3 languages that I understand. Go figure. Oh, he didn't speak Scottish, did he?
No, I don't. Not that I know of. No.
He didn't, but he understands them on the other side.
Yeah. Okay.
He's showing me extreme gratitude for the way that you guys are caring for mom. This man still loves your mom. I'm telling you, dramatically loves your mom. He's showing huge love and hearts going from him to her. Were they
nice.
they were still married up until the
Oh
end?
yeah. 60 years, over 60 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I can feel that love. In fact, when you said 60 years, I saw a giant cake. Did you guys have a big party for them?
Mm-hmm. We did, yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's like, yeah, I'm not gone. I'm still here.
Good.
He's like, you want me to say that? Did you go through a divorce some time ago?
I did.
Because he's like, bye, sucker. And I'm like, that's what you want me to say? He's like, yep. Did I stutter? I'm like, no, you did not.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
And I asked him why, because I don't even feel like he hates this man. It's not that. I think what it is was that his place in your life restricted you and hurt you and kept you back from a relationship that you deserve.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Your dad wants you to know he's very proud of you for letting go of that relationship so that you can line up with something that you deserve. And that's kind of, if I remember correctly, what your reading was about. I don't know if
Exactly. Yeah.
before. And so what's interesting is then you come to this reading and
Mhm.
Spirit lines up the people in each group that can get the most out of the messages that are being delivered. So the messages that I'm delivering to this person make sense for you too. And it's like they have a theme each night.
Mhm.
And the theme that tonight seems to be for you guys to understand their language so you can feel their presence and their guidance in your world every day. So you're here tonight when Spirit is talking about this is how you ask for what you need, and I can guide you right there.
Okay.
Okay, slow this down. He said you definitely have to fine tune your list a little bit, working on your list of what you want in somebody, because you've been thinking a long time about what you don't want. And you definitely
Okay.
don't want to be thinking about what you don't want when you go in the dating pool, because what you think about is what you line up with. So don't be thinking about what you don't want. You got to think about what you do want so that he can
Okay.
send it to you. And then
Mhm.
you've got dogs on the other side too, or he's got a dog with him. Do you understand that?
I had a dog when I was a 10-year-old, and I have a dog now.
So he's got the dog from the childhood.
Good.
Uh, the dog that you have now, he put the white blanket around the dog's shoulders. Feels almost anxiety. White blanket is my symbol for watching over somebody that has health or stress issues. Does your dog have like some anxiety issues or something like when you leave?
He does.
So
Yeah.
just know that your dad's been sitting with him when you leave the
Oh,
house.
good.
He sits down and tries to calm the dog. Loves this
Good.
dog. Is he very well trained dog for the most part?
Yeah. It's very well trained. I always leave and tell Dad to stay with him.
Shut up. See, this is what I mean. Your dad's like, tell her I sit with the dog. She's got some
Good.
anxiety issues. I sit with that dog when she leaves the house. So
Good.
when I
Good.
tell you that you ask them for what you need and they will show
Mhm.
up and make it happen,
Mhm.
that's exactly. So you say, thanks, Dad. Thank you for sending me
Yeah.
somebody that's going to love me the way that I deserve to be loved. Thank you for sending me somebody that's going to make me laugh. Thank you for sending me somebody that has some money. Thank you for sending me somebody that likes to travel. Whatever it is that you want in your world, thank him for sending it to you before it gets here and know it's on its way.
Perfect. Good. Does he come and stay in my place, like around my condo? Because my dog will just sit and stare randomly, like it's the most bizarre thing, and he
Well,
just
see,
sits.
when you said that, he showed me the shotgun. But here's the thing. He's very much, remember I said that we have free will in this world and
Mhm.
they can't interrupt our free will? I want you to think about spirit communication, just like your maps, your GPS on your phone. So your GPS runs on free will, just like the universe runs on free will. So that means that you have to be specific with your GPS or it won't answer you. But if
Right.
you are specific and you tell it exact address of where you want to go, it will draw you a map and give you voice instructions, right?
Yeah.
You have been specific with your dad, saying, I want you here. I want you in my home. I want to feel your presence. I want to know you're here. So when you do that, the universe will manifest what you've asked for. So you've asked him to sit with your dog, and
Yeah.
so he's communicating through your dog. So you know he's there.
Okay.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
No
Definitely.
such thing as fluke, random, or chance. If you say, I need you to sit with my dog when I leave, and I need to know that you're with me, he's going to use the dog to communicate with you and let you know that he's with you.
Good. Yeah.
That's how it's
Yeah.
done.
Perfect.
He said this dating thing is going to be so much better than it's ever done before because, and he's so proud of you for doing this because it's time, he said. He doesn't want you marinating in that vibration of I'm not good enough, it's never going to go right, all of that. He goes, no more of this. He's so excited for you to get on this dating horse and be able to fine tune your list, because the only way you're going to know what you want is by experiencing what you don't want first.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah.
you might run into a few people that are not exactly what you want. And instead of getting upset by that or frustrated by that, you got to get excited and go, thank you. That shows me that I need this too. And I need to add this and I need to add this to my list. Thanks, Dad. Next. He's
Sounds
definitely
good.
sending
Yeah.
you someone to love.
Good. Thanks, Dad.
As he pulls his energy back, he's also showing me food, and he's thanking you for he's thanking you for cooking for him. You don't know you're cooking for him, but you're cooking for him.
One more thing. Could you ask him that he always leaves me dimes to let me know he's around. Can he leave me toonies?
Ask and you shall receive.
Yeah.
So let me tell you a little story. Quick, I'll tell it quick.
Yeah.
That just is exactly what I'm talking about. So I used to drive from I live in Calgary. I used to drive from Calgary all the way to Toronto or St. Catharines, where all my family is, every summer by myself with my little children in the car. And my older aunties used to freak out when I started doing this drive. And they'd be like, dear, it's so dangerous. Don't be driving. That's so bad. We're so worried about you. And I get all these calls and them freaking out. And I used to tell them every summer, I would say, would you guys stop doing that? Don't put that energy out there for me, please. How about you start visualizing me finding $100 bills all the way down the road at every rest stop? That's a better visualization, don't you think? If you're gonna use your energy to visualize, at least visualize paying for the gas. How's that? And so I told them that 3 years in a row. And then on that third year, did I not find $100 bill in the gas station bathroom when I stopped to use the bathroom?
Wow.
Ask and you shall receive. It's literally a Bible quote. I don't remember which one, but it's something I say every single day. Ask and you shall receive. It's on the other side. Seek and ye shall find. Knock and it shall be opened to you. For everyone that asketh receiveth, and he that seeketh findeth, and to him that knock it shall be opened. Literally, what you want, you have to ask for it. Visualize it, vibrationally create it. Your loved ones, your guides, take the physical manifestation and physically manifest it in your third dimensional reality. But we control the vibrational creation first, before they can manifest it physically. So yes, thank him for the $100 bills. Thank him for the toonies. Thank him for all of that stuff, and get excited about it when it shows up, because it will.
Good. When he passed the day, like the week he passed, I always did his laundry in the nursing home. And I always used like the fabric softeners and just always tried to make sure that really nice smell. And when my house just smelled of it the whole week and because I didn't use it for myself. And my house always smelled of it, so I always knew he was here. And that's when he started. What did he say?
He said he still uses that scent. I was going to say that earlier. I thought it was like cologne or something, because he kept saying, she smells me, she smells me, she smells me.
Yeah. And every once in a while I'll get a smell too. So when that I could smell, and then all of a sudden, it was bizarre. My whole family started to get random dimes all over the place. So
because what they will do is, once you understand a sign or a symbol, it's like teaching a kindergartner how to write the word cat. Everywhere they go, they're going to be like, hey, I just saw the word cat. That says cat. That says cat. Once you understand a symbol, then you can read it. So they will use it as much as they can. So you hear that saying, dimes from heaven or pennies from heaven? Once you understand dimes mean that he's there with you, and you tell your other family and they know what that means, now he'll continually use that for everyone.
I just thought of something really odd. There's no coincidence. I just was telling us, we were talking about, because you did a group reading for some of my friends the other night.
Okay.
And we were talking about that, and I made the same joke. I said, my dad, we were talking about dimes. I told my dad, leave toonies. And I just cleaned out my where my jewelry is, and that kind of, I'm doing some cleaning, and I found like 3 toonies there. And I just realized, because I thought at the time, why the heck would I put toonies there? But I just thought that makes sense now.
Wow.
So yeah. So I'll just be rich in no time with my toonies.
He's like, not until mom goes. I'm waiting for mom. He's like all dressed up over there. He's got chocolates and flowers and all. Oh no, he threw out the chocolates. Your mom doesn't like sweets?
No, isn't that weird?
It's funny that he said that. Like he's showing me that symbolically, right? Like
Yeah.
everything you do. But then when I
Yeah.
said chocolates, he's like, no, not those. She doesn't eat those. No. But I got everything else. I'm waiting for her over here. Those
Yeah.
are very specific details that I can't know because I like chocolate. Most girls here like chocolate.
Yeah. My mom's 91 and she's ready to go. So, and it's every day. So she really misses my dad. So,
Just
you
know
know,
that
as much as you miss them, but sometimes you have to say goodbye, right?
well, know that when she's when she's ready, your dad's face is going to be the first face she sees on the other side. And if
Good.
she is able to experience this message in a positive way and you think she'll understand it, then absolutely I would share this with her because he
Okay.
keeps wanting to reassure her that the actual passing, you don't feel nothing, that all you take with you is the love, and that
Okay.
he's there with her every single day. She's got to just talk to him and she will hear his answers back through her heart and her mind. And I feel like they're having conversations every day. She talks to him every day and she hears his answers back in her head every single day. That's real.
Good. Good.
Okay.
Thanks, Tracy.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, hon. Okay. Where's Madeline? I'm saving the sisters for last because you guys, I'm telling you, you've been in my prayers all freaking week. I know I talked to Amy, Christina. I haven't had a chance to talk to you yet, but I'm saving you for last for a good reason. Okay. I muted you though, Madeline. You got to unmute yourself for me. I muted you earlier when I thought it was when your thing came undone. It's interesting. Your son's like definite. Did she disappear? Oh, I think it kicked her off instead. We'll give her a second to come back on. Her son's like, I'm hearing the song, We're Not Gonna Take It. And then I look up and it's gone. That's so funny. She'll be back. Don't worry. I guess I'm starting with you guys then while we give her a chance to come back. Let's go to you guys. Okay. Do you guys mind if I share a little bit about the update, or not the update, a little bit about the situation so that everybody's on the same page?
That's fine. So good.
So, it's interesting. Your son's just jumping up and down. He loves that he was able to do that right now. He's like, I did that. Okay, so you lost the child, Christina. I'm just filling everybody else in. Here she is. Hold on, I'm going to tell her that. Hold on a second. This is so interesting. Your son's totally playing here. No, it's interesting. She lost her son too, and you've lost your son. And I'm seeing the two of them connecting like this. And your son had a big brother, didn't he? Christina, your little guy has like an older 13, 14-year-old son, right? You know, it's interesting, Madeline, as soon as you figure out how to take your mute off for me here, I'm glad you're back. What's happening is the second I went to connect to your son, okay, I went to connect to your son. This lady up here, Christina, she has a little 2-year-old that's on the other side, and he kicked you out. And what's interesting is because your son and her son are together. Your son is really stepping forward in a father figure way, bringing her son with him. And the two are kind of coming through together, even though you guys don't even know each other, which is really cool. Okay, so before we go to you two up here, he's playing with you. So just know that that's him playing with you right now, letting you know that he's still here and that it's coming up, and that he's got friends on the other side. He's so excited to let you know he's hanging out with the big kids because that feels like Christmas morning to him, hanging out with the big kids. Okay, and Madeline, the message behind that for you is, Mom, see, I'm still taking care of the little guys over here. You're helping me taking care of my little guys. I'm helping other people on this side taking care of their little guys. Awesome. Okay, so we're going to do this connection exercise, hon, because he keeps showing me sneakers, like shoes, and I don't know why I'm seeing shoes, like really expensive shoes. Are these his boys that are here with you right now?
But me?
Yes, you.
Oh, well, actually,
I was hoping because her sister wanted to connect with him. So this is for her.
So this is your son's sister?
Yes.
Okay. I just know that your son is here. And right away he's telling me as soon as he shows up that he's got the little guy with him. He's hanging out with the little guy on the other side. He's protecting the little guy, but he's also giving you shoes. And I knew it was for the kid that's here. So it's got to be for his sister then.
Yes.
Does she need new shoes?
Tell her. Yeah.
Yes, you need new shoes?
Yeah, I do.
Was this something you guys were just talking about or something that's very recent?
No, it's been something I've been thinking about.
Interesting. He's showing off already. What's your name, hun?
Mercedes.
Mercedes. He's showing off already that he can hear your thoughts. Ready to do this?
Yeah.
He's so glad you're here, I'm telling you. The energy is just like he's excited for this. Okay, both feet flat on the floor, hun. I want you to close your eyes and I want you to take a deep breath, picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body and then blow it directly towards me and give me a minute to focus. Aw, I'm like, okay, so right away, he's like, don't bother talking about how I died. We all know that. You've been reading my mom for years. Get into the good stuff. He gave you shoes. He's giving you new clothes. And then I'm seeing him giving you a job. It's like he's giving you completely new attire head to toe. And I'm seeing you working. Are you working right now?
No.
Are you looking for work?
Yeah, in the next 3 months I would have to look for work.
See, when you connect with me, your loved ones on the other side, your brother, he's going to start telling me the things that are going on in your life that I can't know. And you've heard a lot of the messages that have been going on today, right?
Yeah.
About how they want to help you with stuff. So your brother's dressing you up head to toe with like name brand stuff. He's like, it's not the cheap shit, Tracy. Make sure she knows that this is Nike and that this is like the good stuff. And it's like, in order to go out into work, you need some things that would make you feel more confident. Will this be your first job?
No, more like my second, third.
It's very new still, right?
Yeah.
See, your brother wants you to know that he's very proud of you for that. First of all, he shows me the spinning around, which is my symbol for changes. Having a lot of changes in your world recently and being very proud of you for the, stepping for baby steps, one baby step at a time. And that as you embrace the things that you need to do moving forward, and that work feels a little bit scary, that he wants you to know that he's going to help you with those things. He's like, use it as an excuse to get new clothes. Use it as an excuse. Because that's what he would do. Your brother's all about the clothes and the fashion, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's glad that you're feeling better. He put the white blanket around your shoulders, which is my symbol for watching over somebody that has health or stress issues. Again, he's spinning you around, and that's also my symbol for taking care of yourself, eating healthier, exercising, taking better care of ourselves. Do you understand what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I have no idea how old you are. Are you like 19, 20, somewhere in there?
25.
Okay, you're a little older and your energy feels even. He's showing me this, which is my symbol for struggle or challenge in a relationship. So he wants to help you with that too. Are you single right now?
Yeah.
See, it's not an accident that I'm reading for you right after I read for the other lady that we were talking about dating and stuff like that. This is how spirit lines you up. It's not an accident in the order that they come through. He wanted you to hear those messages so that you know how to ask him to help you find somebody that's going to be good for you in your world. But you're not going to find somebody that's going to make you feel good until you get working. Do you want to know why? Because right now you don't feel good in, well, I shouldn't say you don't feel good. It's like once you get working, that working is going to make you feel proud of yourself. Working is going to make you feel, get up in the morning and be like, yeah, I'm doing this. I got something to offer to the world. I'm excited, right? See where I'm going
Yeah.
with that? And that energy is what you are going to line up with somebody that matches that energy of, yeah, I'm excited. I got this. And that's what you want to match up with. You don't want to match up with somebody who's feeling disconnected, who's feeling like they're struggling, who's feeling like they're alone. You see what I mean?
Mhm.
So it's actually good that you are single right now, but you're not going to be single for long because he's very much making sure you're here to hear all the instructions on how to ask for the relationship that you need so he can bring it into your world.
Mhm.
He gave you the rose, birthday, anniversary, a date that happens once a year. And I'm seeing November. Who's got the birthday or November? Is this you?
No, it's his anniversary from when he passed away.
And then when you say that, he says, thank you, thank you, thank you for what you did. I know, and I'm honored. Did you guys just have like a ceremony or something from him or with him? Oh, you know what? He's showing me. I've totally, this is how they start showing me things and I'll remember from before. He's showing me his grave, honey. And
Yeah.
I remember this. It's like some big slab thing that you guys did. I don't even remember what it's called, but he's showing me that. And I'm feeling like you guys just went there again. I feel honored. And he's like, thank you for that. Thank you. I was there. And then I hear the birds and I look up and I see the birds.
Yeah, I think it was sometime in July or August. Me and my grandma went to the gravesite to go visit my auntie and my sister, and I went to go see him. And I sat by him and I was talking to him. I even gave him pizza and smokes.
Did you see the birds going overhead
Yeah,
and
I've seen
there?
about 10 bald eagles.
That's what I mean.
Mhm.
I can't even remember seeing one. That's not an accident. That's the power of spirit. He is so freaking proud of you. And it's interesting as you talk about all those other people over there, they're in the background because they're not allowed to all jump me at once because that would take us me a long time to communicate all these messages. But they're all talking about how darn proud they are of you, sweetie. So proud of you for getting up and keep going. And this too shall pass. You're through the worst of it now. Now it's that rainbow message moving forward. Set this down. He likes what you did with your room. Did you change your room around?
No, I recently moved out of my house and moved down to my mom's, and I did make a room down there, and like I put up a bunch of pictures and his pictures too.
He's there. He's watching all of that. That's recent stuff going on. And that's,
Yeah.
he'll tell me, I love what you've done with that room. I love where you are. I love that you're feeling better. And please know that he's with you. He's not gone. He's still with you. He's still connecting you. He's helping you get from where you were to where you want to go. The auntie that you talked about is there as well. She's like, me too. Why do you keep ignoring me? She literally blew smoke in my face. Was she a smoker?
Yeah.
And she's like, that'll get your attention. Your darn tooth that got my attention. Know that if you smell that cigarette smoke around you sometimes, that's her letting you know she's with you right now. They all want you to feel how proud they are of you. So that when you feel proud of yourself, you're going to line up with energy of people that also feel proud of themselves. And that's healthy people. And then she said, and you can do it. You can do it. And I'm like, what are you saying she can do? And she wants you driving. Do you not have your license yet?
I got my learners,
You got to go
but
for your license.
yeah.
You've been a little bit scared.
Yeah.
She said, don't visualize the worst happening. Visualize the best. Visualize yourself passing that test. Visualize yourself holding that license. Visualize yourself hearing them say, you passed. Visualize your brother and your auntie and all your loved ones there guiding you along with their hands on the wheel with you. Visualize that success and watch them line it up in your world because you can do this. Oh, they just love you so much, sweetie. They're just so proud of you for healing. They're so proud of you for having this love coming into your world. And it feels like, you know, they're showing me the Wheel of Fortune card in the tarot. Now, what the Wheel of Fortune card means is that the wheel is always turning. So if you've had a period of misfortune on the bottom, get excited, because that just means the best is yet to come. And if you're in a period of blessings pouring down on you, be humble, because it just means that there is a fall coming soon that you're going to have to remain strong for to get back up to this next wheel. You see what I'm saying? Your wheel was down, but you're headed back up now, and they have got your back. You just tell them what you need to hear and what you need in your world, and they will line you up with it and keep moving forward. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Awesome. He said, I love you. Know that. That never stops. It's interesting, as he's pulling his energy back, he shows me that scene. You probably don't know this movie because I'm way dating myself for this. But there's this old movie called Ghost with oh, you do
I
know
know
that
that
movie?
movie. Yeah.
Okay, so you know that scene at the very end where the light shines on him and she finally sees him, and he says, the love, it's real. That's all you take with you. That's the scene that he's showing me as he's pulling his energy back. He's like, honey, the love, that's all you take with you, and it never dies.
Tell
He's-
my son, Corey, give me a home on the reserve, please.
He said, Mom, did you learn nothing here? That's the wrong way to ask for it. Thank you for giving me a home on the reserve.
Thank
I
you for
know you're sending it. I just don't know when
thank
it's
you for the
coming.
house on the reserve.
Thank you for sending it at the exact right moment, at the exact right time. Thank you for filling me with the patience that I need to wait for that moment. Thank you for filling me with the faith that gets me to that moment. See the difference?
Yeah,
You got this.
that's what I meant to say. Thank you, Corey, for the house on the reserve.
All right, guys, I'm going to let them pull their energy back. I hope that was helpful, kiddo.
It was. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. What is your son's name again? I know it starts with a T. I don't remember what the name is. I should remember it by now.
Timmy.
That's it.
Where?
It's funny when I said or when you said Timmy, he goes, "How do you forget that?" And he literally showed me. Oh, I just dated myself, so now he's playing with me like a little guy would. I'm seeing the old. Is it Old Yeller or something like that, where they have Timmy and the little dog? Lassie, that's it. Timmy and the little dog. Do you know your son is up there running around with all the big kids, having a great time? And with you guys. So here we go. So I know you guys just had court on Halloween for the person that, hold on, I'm just going to mute her again. For the person that did this to you guys. And Amy, did you deliver the message to Christina that you and I shared? Okay, good. Because I'm telling you that for that entire week, I was not able to get you guys out of my head, and you guys didn't email me right away and let me know. I'm like sitting here going, Tracy, you can't email them. You can't ask how this is going. It could have been hard. Don't do that. It's like 3 days later. I'm like, screw it. I'm emailing. I need to know how this went.
I know we're not friends on Facebook, but I didn't post anything the day of. Like I was so exhausted and drained. And then I didn't go to work the next day. I switched them at the last minute to have it off so I didn't have to go. And my fiance got bombarded. So I just made this public post so everyone could see it, and I still got bombarded. And I just slipped my mind to not
No,
So-
that's okay. I'm not criticizing you. I'm just letting you guys know I've been chomping at the bit to be able to connect with you guys and little Timmy to hear what he has to say about all this. Because what he's saying to me is that there was a mix up with the lawyers or the appointments or something like this. And this is what he was saying even before, and I didn't know how it was going to relate. But remember, there was something about this was supposed to happen at a different date and it got rearranged for this date?
Yes.
You saw why at the trial, right? Why did that happen? Because it happened for you, not to you. And I know it's something to do with the lawyer from what he's telling me. I feel busted. Ha ha ha. We stopped it. And I don't know what that means.
Well, see, the lawyer explained her
She
charges or something.
Hated.
She what? Say that again. Sorry.
Her lawyer miscommunicated with her, I guess, about the situation. So it could have thrown everything into like an appeal and maybe trial.
See? I love that because at the time that date got changed, you thought this was a bad thing and it was like scary and confusing, right? This is what I mean. They can always see 10 steps ahead. Hold on a second. He's got some more to say. Did you guys actually read the witness statement? Because I see thank you and I see somebody reading something. And then all the hair stood up on my arm and I see everybody in the courtroom crying. Did you actually have to read something in front of everyone?
Yes, we read our impact statements in front of everybody.
He said crocodile tears. Did you make her cry? Did she cry when you read that?
She cried through the whole impact statements and then she stopped after we were done with our impact statements. Yeah, she cried.
He said good because you can't change what you don't acknowledge. So she will acknowledge it.
She didn't acknowledge it though in the courtroom. The judge asked her what she wanted to say and she said, I didn't write anything. He said, I asked you if you wrote anything. I asked you if you had anything to say. And she straight up said, no, because I don't believe I did this. Right to us.
So you know what that means? That means that it's going to get worse before it gets better for her. So this is a good news for you guys in a sense. Not so much for her, but for you guys, because all you want is justice in the sense that you want her to hurt the way that she's hurt you and your family. And sometimes, like if she had just admitted it, went to jail, cried her face off and been like, I'm so sorry, and feeling sorry for her, everybody would have felt sorry for her. But because of her arrogance and her ignorance, she didn't get the pity of the courtroom. She did not deserve their pity. Do you understand? So by her being too arrogant to accept fault for that, nobody gave that to her. And therefore, if she's not willing to accept what she did and to acknowledge it, then it's going to get worse and worse and worse and worse in her reality until she can accept it. Once she can accept that she did this, then we can start letting go. So the reason why I say this is better for you guys is because you just want justice. You don't want her to have the easy way out. So now she's not going to, because you can't change what you don't acknowledge. And little Timmy's over there and God's over there and all of these angels that have been working in this situation are over there making sure that she will acknowledge what happened, which means it's going to get harder before it's better. And here's the other thing. I saw her get beat up. Not that I'm wishing this on anybody. I don't wish hurt on anybody, but I do know he said, you know what they do to child killers in jail, right? You know what they do.
Yep.
It's interesting. It's like if she had got up there and was like, yes, I did this. I'm so sorry I did this. It was a big mistake. I'll never live it down. Da, 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 da. Even the people in jail would be feeling sorry for her. But her attitude means that nobody going to feel sorry for her. She is not going to have an easy time of it in jail at all. Just know that.
Play this.
Slow this down. He's so proud of you. He's so proud of the both of you. How many witness statements were read or impact statements? I see like 5.
Amy, me, then Josh read Martin's.
It's like 4, but Dad said, well, Dad tried to say something.
Yeah, me, Amy, Mary, Martin, and then Dad. Yeah, Dad tried to talk, but because the judge was gonna let him say a couple words because he didn't write an actual impact statement. But the lawyer kept objecting everything he said, and then the DA was like, "Well, he's not saying nothing that they already said in the impact statements, but her lawyer was being a jerk."
He's like, don't worry. We got this in the bag, Mom. Don't worry. We got this in the bag. You've been asking for justice. You will get justice. It's just going to take some time before you see the justice that takes place. God
he
works
has
in mysterious ways. He just took that big, huge weight that court appearance had on your shoulders and took it off. He's like, you know what you felt the next day? You weren't sure what that feeling was. That was waking up without that weight on your shoulders. You're not changing the fact that he's gone, but you are able to know that that hard part is done so you can focus on his presence. I feel thankful for pancakes. Did you just make pancakes or French toast or some big breakfast recently?
No.
Oh, Timmy's been listening. He liked pancakes, let me tell you. Did he like pancakes here in the physical world? Because
Yes.
he's been listening. What did I just say? Madeline's son right before this. This is how you can tell he's hanging out with the big kids. Because what did we just say to Madeline right before? You don't ask me for it. You say, thank you for giving it to me. So he just said, Mommy, thank you for the pancakes. Thank you for the pancakes. Thank you for the pancakes. So if you haven't made them recently, he wants you to make pancakes because he loves pancakes. And as you taste things here and you feel things here, he feels those things here. It's the steak on the barbecue analogy that Spirit teaches me, that if your neighbor puts a steak on the barbecue, you're not there to see it, touch it, feel it, hear it, nothing like that. But yet every single soul for a 3-block radius is experiencing that steak. You will taste it, you will smell it, your mouth will water, your stomach will grovel. What you do here and now, he experiences with you. So he wants you to make pancakes.
Yeah, I screwed up. His brother eats pancakes. I don't know what I'm thinking.
Every morning?
Either that or scrambled.
He's eating them with him. He said you need more syrup. And he's literally What?
I put a lot on there. I mean, dang.
No, I mean grocery shopping wise.
Oh, okay.
Like, are you out of syrup? He said put it on the list. He
We're
showed
out-
me the grocery list and put it on the list.
We're out of the pancakes.
You're out of the pancakes?
Yeah.
He's there. This is why he's saying thank you for the pancakes, Mom. We got to buy more pancakes. And you said his brother eats them, and then he showed me the syrup, and then he's like, put it on the list. Put it on the list. He's not gone. He's still living life with you. And part of the reason that he wanted you guys to wait till the last is so that you guys know that I know that you guys have been here for a number of readings and you know this, but he's drilling it into you again and again and again. This is how you ask for what you need to see, and I will be there. And when I say that, Mom, I feel like you're surrounded in messages. Like I feel like you're flooded with messages recently. So many that you're like, is that a sign? Is that a sign? Is that a sign? How can everything be a sign? It is.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, see, the light has been turning off because we have in the kitchen, we have a remote that you could turn the fan on. And it used to go on periodically, but then that stopped. And then recently, the light has been turning off, and it's been being turned off by the remote, not the actual switch.
Yeah. They play with energy. Somebody's bringing you a gift, honey, and I'm not sure what this means, but he said when you get the gift, just know that I had something to do with it, Mom. He wants you to know. I see, I don't know if it's an organization or if it's, I'm not sure exactly what this means, but there's a gift coming your way. He put a big bow on it and it feels like it's unexpected, but when this shows up, it's from him. It has something to do with him. It's like somebody gives you something in honor of him, in memory of him, something like this. I just see like a box wrapped up and it's a gift.
I wonder if she means the crystal thing I made you. And I said it was your present.
What is that?
Because he knows that I already got that. Because he's
Yeah,
here with,
but
that
Christmas
can't be. Yeah, but that,
Was that in a box?
yes.
yeah, but I don't know. I think it might be something else, Amy, because he knows that you already gave that to me.
Well, see, here's the thing about their messages is that they are multifaceted. So, and they will often get you ready to be ready. So he's giving you gifts all around. So when you said that you gave him that already in a box, he's like, I know, thank you for that. And there's another, that's his way of letting you know, getting you ready to expect gifts in boxes. There's another big box. When you said that you gave him this crystal, it's a smaller box, right? The box that I'm seeing is a bigger box. Either way, he's sending you boxes and parcels, and it wouldn't surprise me if you accidentally get an Amazon order or something that you weren't supposed to get, or I don't know how this comes through, but there's a big box parcel that will come through. When you said you gave her that crystal, he said thank you for that, and watch it. I saw it shine in the light. What kind of crystal is it? Because it's like quartz or something, because I saw...
It's a real crystal and it's a 3D image of Timmy. And it's in a heart and it rotates on a stand.
With light going all the way through it. That's what I'm seeing. I see the spectrum of light going all the way through it. So he communicates with you through that light as well. He said, hang it up, Mom. Hang it up. Is it not hanging up yet?
I don't have it. I don't have it out yet because I was waiting for our place. So when I do his whole, because I have this white stand that I wanted to put for everything of Timmy. So I was waiting for our own apartment again to put that up to go with all the other stuff that I have of him, pictures and stuff.
This is why he's giving you a big box. That's what the box represents. So oftentimes when you'll hear me say they're giving you boxes, are you moving soon? But this one was all wrapped up in a bow, so I assumed it meant present. But what's interesting is it's both. He's giving you boxes as a present. You're wanting to move? You tell him how many bedrooms you want, the price that you want it. You tell him what neighborhood you want it. You tell him thank you for sending it my way. I know it's coming, and I can't wait to put your beautiful crystal up in your room. I can't wait to have this whole wall of Timmy. I can't wait to do all those things. Thank you for making it happen. And you watch him line it up for you. That is his gift for you. That is the gift that he's bringing in for you. That's why one has to do with the other. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Interesting. Amy, he came over to you and kissed your cheek too and said thank you. And I see a little children's book or something. Did you used to read to him? I don't know what this means. Either you have little books of his or there's something you used to read to him. I don't know what he's talking about. Thank you. And I feel like you're reading stories. Do you work with kids? Like, or did you understand that and you're just taking a second?
I don't work with kids. I would try to read him a book if he brought it up to me.
But he was young and it's hard to read to toddlers and stuff. But I feel like were you reading out loud recently then?
Well, we all did for the sentencing.
Oh, duh. See, I already went over that, but I went over that for Mom. I'm like, what are you talking about? That's the same freaking thing. Thank you for what you read for him. Thank you. Here's the thing. It feels like a children's book. And when I just asked him in my head, why did it feel like a children's book? He goes, because she is such a good writer. She is such a good writer. Like, it feels like it was just so well written. And I don't think you quite realize how well written that was. And if you can know what a good writer you are, I think you're supposed to use that talent for something else.
I've wanted to write a book for a very, very long time. And I just didn't know what to write about.
He's telling
And
you to write him.
And then my friend Sue was like, what do you mean you don't know what to write about? She goes, you are the strongest woman I've ever met. What you've had to go through.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
he wants you to know that you're a really good writer and that you can do this and that he'll help you with this. And that's a story that needs to be told. And that's why he's thanking you. Don't make me cry, Timmy. Come on, I got through the whole damn thing and I didn't cry. He's thanking you for writing this, because when you find the strength to write this, you're writing it for you, you're writing it for mom, you're writing it for all of the members of your family that can't. Oh, he just loves you guys so much. And he's like, here's the thing. If you can't write that one first, start with a kid's book. Write a book about Timmy. Write a little children's book about Timmy. This is like he's being very specific. Write a little children's book about me, and then that'll be a fun project to take the pressure off. And that will bring in some capital, I'm telling you. And then you're going to be able to write this other book about you. Baby step, one step at a time. Make sense?
Yeah.
Guys, I'm so
Told you
glad.
your statement was good.
What?
I said I told her statement was good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be my toughest critic.
Of course, we all are. Just know that he's really grateful for that. And I'm really grateful that I get to be a part of this journey with you guys, because I cannot even imagine being in your shoes. But I'm so honored to be a part of the journey that helps put the pieces back together, because I can feel that there is a destiny that is waiting for you there. But I want to remind you of something that God said to me a long time ago when I was bitching and complaining about how hard my life was. He said to me in a meditation, he said, Tracy, name me one really good character in the Bible that's on Team God that didn't get attacked, that didn't have resistance, that didn't have big challenges to overcome. I'm sorry, my friend, but if you don't have those things going on in your life, you're playing for the wrong team, because the devil doesn't attack his own team. So if you feel like you're a little struggled and you're going through a little bit of challenges, just know that means that you're doing the right thing. You're doing a good thing, because doing the right and the good thing is not always easy, but it is always worth it. And we have so many helpers on the other side that will guide us along the way. We just have to show up and, guide it, direct it with our thoughts, and they will do the rest of the work. We're not alone here. And when they exit the physical world, they just stay here energetically and help us in the physical realm. They're never gone. The more you connect to them, the more they will communicate back, and life becomes magical. Does that make sense? Yeah. All right, you guys, done like dinner. I'm going to let them pull their energy back. And the good news is it's recorded this time. Yay. So when we're done here, I'm going to let it upload to my computer. It might take an hour or so. And then I will upload it to YouTube, which takes another hour, but it should be up by morning. So you guys will be able to come back onto Facebook and watch your readings at any time you want. All right.
Tracy,
Yes.
Great.
before we leave, my auntie wants to know if you could tell my husband that she loves him very much.
He just said here's the thing. He heard you say that. You said that to him before I said that to him. And all I know is he whistled at her and spun her around. He's like, best looking auntie ever. I don't know what that means, but that feels like an inside joke. You understand that?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, you guys, have a great rest of your evening. And I look forward to seeing you guys again soon.
Great. Thanks, Tracy.
you.
Thank you so much. Bye.